Have you ever rushed to label something as good or bad, only to find that time, the ultimate revealer, held a completely different truth? Life often plays out like a grand, intricate tapestry, where what appears to be a flaw in one moment becomes the very thread that creates beauty in the next. It's a profound lesson in patience, perspective, and the quiet wisdom of not judging the book by its cover, or indeed, the chapter by its page. In a tranquil village, nestled by rolling hills, lived a man named Mr. Adam. He was a humble soul, rich not in material wealth, but in a deep, unwavering contentment with what life offered. His days were spent tending his small farm, his heart full of love for his spirited son, Daniel, and his magnificent horse, Max. Max was more than just a horse. He was a companion, a symbol of their simple, yet fulfilling existence. One day, a wealthy merchant, captivated by Max's strength and beauty, offered Mr. Adam an exorbitant sum for the horse. The villagers buzzed with excitement, urging Mr. Adam to accept, to seize this chance for prosperity. But Mr. Adam, with a gentle smile, politely refused. "Max is not for sale," he stated calmly. The villagers shook their heads, whispering amongst themselves, convinced he was foolish, letting a fortune slip through his fingers. What a missed opportunity. They lamented, unable to comprehend such contentment. A few weeks later, a shadow fell upon the village. Max, their beloved horse, vanished without a trace. The stable gate was open, the pasture empty. The villagers, quick to judgment, flocked to Mr. Adam's home, their faces a mixture of pity and "I told you so." "See, Mr. Adam," they began, their voices laced with thinly veiled mockery. "You refused the money, and now your horse is gone. What bad luck. You should have sold him when you had the chance." Mr. Adam listened patiently, his gaze distant but serene. "Good or bad," he finally replied, his voice soft yet firm. "Who can say? Everything is both sides, a hidden truth yet to unfold. We shall see." His calmness only seemed to exasperate them, yet his words hung in the air, a quiet challenge to their hasty conclusions. Days turned into weeks, and just as the villagers had resigned themselves to Max's permanent loss, an extraordinary sight greeted them at dawn. Max, their magnificent horse, returned, and he was not alone. Trailing behind him were 5 other wild horses, strong and untamed, drawn to Max's familiar presence. The village erupted in cheers. The same people who had called Mr. Adam foolish now hailed him as incredibly lucky. "Oh, Mr. Adam, what a blessing. You're so fortunate. Now you have 6 horses," they exclaimed, their opinions swinging wildly with the changing tide of events. Mr. Adam, however, simply nodded, a faint smile playing on his lips. "Good or bad," he reiterated. "Who can say? We shall see." Daniel, a spirited and adventurous young man, was overjoyed. He immediately began training the wild horses, a task that required immense skill and courage. But fate, as it often does, took an unexpected turn. During one of his training sessions, Daniel was thrown from a wild mare and landed awkwardly, breaking his leg. The injury was severe, leaving him bedridden and in considerable pain. Once again, the villagers descended upon Mr. Adam, their sympathy quickly turning to accusation. "This is terrible luck, Mr. Adam. They decreed. Those wild horses brought nothing but misfortune. If Max hadn't returned, Daniel would be safe. This is truly a bad thing." Mr. Adam tended to his son with unwavering love, his face etched with concern, but his spirit remained unburdened by their judgment. "Good or bad," he said, his voice a quiet murmur. "Who can say? Only time will tell everything." And time, true to Mr. Adam's philosophy, did tell. Not long after Daniel's accident, the drums of war began to beat across the land. A fierce conflict erupted, and a royal decree was issued. All young men of a certain age in the village were called to enlist in the army. Fear gripped the hearts of families as sons, brothers, and husbands prepared to march off to battle, many never to return. But when the conscription officers arrived at Mr. Adam's home, they saw Daniel, his legs still in a splint, unable to stand, let alone fight. "He is unfit for service," the officer declared, marking Daniel's name for exemption. As his friends marched off to an uncertain fate, Daniel lay in his bed, safe, his broken leg now a shield rather than a burden. It was in that moment of profound realization that Mr. Adam turned to his son. His eyes filled with a gentle, knowing wisdom. "Do you see now, my son?" he asked, his voice tender. "Life is rarely simple, Daniel. What appears to be a terrible misfortune can, in the grand scheme of things, lead to immense good. And what seems like a great blessing can sometimes be a precursor to hardship." The merchant's offer, Max's disappearance, his return with the wild horses, your broken leg each event, judged in isolation, seemed to swing from good to bad. But only by allowing time to weave its intricate pattern do we begin to understand the true nature of things. Mr. Adam took Daniel's hand. "The ultimate lesson, my dear boy, is to be patient. Be grateful for what you have, no matter how it appears at first glance. Maintain faith, even when the path ahead seems dark or confusing, for only time, in its infinite wisdom, will reveal the true meaning of everything. Do not rush to judge, for the story is always far from over."